Got some background music going on here. You might be saying, why don't you get some Zelda music in the background? Whoa, give me a second. It's because I'm in a Minecraft mood, dude. Now I could add the music in post, but instead I'm an idiot, so I'm doing it right now. So I don't even care. I don't even care. I do care a little bit. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So, we're gonna start this tier list extremely objective. Not this is fact. What I mean by objective is it's fact. It's my fact, and if you disagree with my opinion, you're probably right. So, um, yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I just want to. I haven't played this one voice tier. I'll get into the tiers, I suppose. I haven't played this one voice tier is for yeah, Four Swords of Adventure. I, I haven't played this one, boys. Um, sorry. Just not good. I think that speaks for itself. The game is just not, in my opinion, good. You got the not bad, but still. See, because I had the not bad, but still, because most Zelda games, basically all of them, are really good on some level. So it's like, these games aren't bad, but I don't really enjoy them personally. Then there's the middle of the road, which for me means just they're decent games. I do enjoy them, but they're just middle of the road for me. There's the very solid game tier, which is like think of this as like I don't know. I can't. I don't like doing like number systems, so I don't even know. I it's a good game. It's a game that I really enjoy and I think is a lot of fun. And then there's you see this, I love this, and I think this one speaks for itself as well. It's a game that I absolutely love. And then there's the masterpiece tier, which is a game that I just I, they're games that I think are just above the rest. Um, and obviously, you guys are probably going to disagree with my opinions. That's absolutely fine. Um, yeah, I don't mind if you do because that's extremely fair. I have weird opinions on a lot of games. I just have a different perspective, I guess. I don't even know. That makes me sound cool or something. I'm not cool. Um, but let's get into it. Uh, you know, right off the bat, Four Swords, just not good. I don't enjoy this game. I think it's fun when you have multiple people, but in general, I'm just not too huge on it. It has interesting stuff, but when you're playing solo, you really feel like a piece of shit because you're just like you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, I don't have any friends, so it's gonna get just not good for me. And it also has you see there a link to the past in it, and that's cool because a link to the past is up next, and that's gonna go in very solid game tier. I love this game. I have the SNES cartridge, and I play it occasionally. I played it many times. I've beaten it a lot. I think it's a very fun game. It's something that it's a game where I don't really have to get. It's a Zelda game where I really don't have to get too invested in the story, and I can just admire the really nice pixel art and the really fun dungeons and just all the really cool, unique items. And I really enjoy this game. I think it's really good are very good. See. This is where the line muddles between these two. You'll get it. You'll get an idea of what games are going to be in this tier and how I talk about that. You'll see. You'll see. Link Between Worlds. Oh my gosh. So this game is like this one, except it's just masterpiece for me. I absolutely love A Link Between Worlds. I think it does what A Link to the Past does well and just does it better. Um, the wall merging mechanic makes for some really unique, interesting puzzles in the dungeons, and for me personally, dungeons are a really big part of Zelda. Like they're probably what I want the most from a Zelda game, rather than like a really good story. Um, the dungeons and a good world are what really make a Zelda game for me. And I think that the A Link Between Worlds world is really cool. I mean, it's basically just a Link to the Past world. Um, but I really like the way that you play A Link Between Worlds in that you can go literally anywhere and just do a dungeon. I mean, the first three, when you're getting the amulets, are a bit, um, they're a bit railroaded, but not really. Um, but once you get into the dark world, you have just so many options, and it's just such a wonderful, wonderful game. And it's one of those, like A Link Between Worlds, where you can sort of just pick up and play without having to worry about story. There's not like, too much dialogue, but there are side quests that I think you can do. I just really enjoy this game, and I think it's a really cute game as well. I mean, the art style is really nice. Um, Here's Breath of the Wild. This is going to go in my very solid game tier. I Or is it? No, no, you know what? I'm putting this in. You see this, I love this. I really enjoy Breath of the Wild. I got a bit burnt out after playing it for literally hours and hours on end. Well, I borrowed it from a friend first, and I played it on my Wii U because that was what they had it for. And I played it so much. And then when I got it on Switch, I didn't play it nearly as much because I was so burned out. But it's a really good game. I think that speaking of world, this game's world is phenomenal. While there's not like it, it's a big, big open world, and it's really hard to just put stuff in that open world at all points. And I think there are some parts of this world that are kind of empty, but even then, there are like Koroks and stuff like that, and it's just nice to just marvel at the beauty of the game. For me, why this game isn't like a masterpiece is really simply because of the fact that its dungeons are really weak. The divine beasts are weak. The little oh my gosh, the name is the name is blanking. The little like dungeons that you go through that are basically just puzzles. Um, they're weak. Some of them are really unique and fun, and some of the overworld puzzles that the uh, lead you to the dungeons or whatever you want to call them are really fun. But a lot of them are just kind of weak, and I don't think are substitutes for the classic Zelda dungeon. But I think that the game succeeds in having a really fun open world, and it really brings you back to that original Zelda feel of it's just this world that you can pick up anytime and explore. You're not held down by story, um, and basically everywhere you go is going to be different, unless you've game before. It took me hours. I mean, probably like tens, maybe even like around like 100 hours until I fully explored the map of Breath of the Wild. But then again, I am kind of slow. But you know what I mean. It's a great game. I love this game. Um, Here's Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening. I played Link's Awakening the original, got a while back on like an emulator, but I got Link's Awakening DX. It's DX or XD? XD lol XD, but DX. I played the DX version on my 3DS, and I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really fun. Um, I think that the dungeons are really well designed and the puzzles are really good. Um, it's just for me is it's like I don't really know what's keeping it from being in You See This, I Love This. It's just sort of like a feel thing with me, where it's like I know that Breath of the Wild is in the I love this thing, but I think Link's Awakening is a very solid game. I just don't like love it. I think it's because the map feels kind of small to me. It doesn't feel like a world to me, but that again, that's probably just me. And don't get mad at me. That's just my opinion. Um, I think it's fun. I think it's cute, and I'm really, really excited for the remake on Switch. I'm probably going to get it close to day one, as I was a big fan of Link's Awakening, and I played through it a few times. So I'm sure I'm going to get a lot more plays out of the remake, and who knows? Maybe the changed visuals and everything, the new claymation style, will make me love it even more than I did before. Up next, though, is going to be Majora's Mask, which I'm putting this in the I love this tier. A lot of people praise Majora's Mask. Everyone praises Majora's Mask. I don't really even know what to say about it. Um, I think the dungeons are really cool, except for Great Bay. I don't like Great Bay Temple. That's that one just sucks. And Stone Tower Temple is so much fun. It's one of my personal favorite Zelda dungeons. Um, the bosses in Majora's Mask are a bit weak, and a good boss is a part of a good dungeon. You know, in my opinion, it's a nice end to it. Um, and honestly, the bosses and the dungeons being like fun but not like amazing are really what's keeping this from being masterpiece tier for me. Because I mentioned earlier that I don't really mind or like care about story in Zelda games or just really games in general. But in Majora's Mask, I really appreciate the story and all of the side quests that you can do and just how much available there is. There's so much content. It's insane. It's the first Zelda game that I really, really, really wanted to 100% just because I thought that the characters and the hunt for all the masks and the hunt for all the heart containers, I thought it was really compelling and fun. Um, and I even enjoyed the mini games in this game, which is kind of weird because I really dislike mini games in Zelda games in general, but I actually really enjoyed them. Uh, and just all the little details about this game make it really, really fun. Um, and the world is really cool too because it feels kind of connected, but it also feels kind of disconnected, which is another reason why it's not in the masterpiece tier for me. But overall, I love Majora's Mask. I think it's great. I used to not like it much, but then I really like thought on it, and I thought about how much fun I genuinely had with Majora's Mask, and I had to move it up. Like it's great. It's really a great game. I was being like one of those Zelda hipsters before, and being like, I don't like it because everyone else likes it. But I look at it now and I go, yeah, I really like this game. Um, I'm sorry if I ramble a lot or repeat myself. That's just how I am, especially unedited here. I mean, I've never been edited before, but you know, when I say my opinions about games, I tend to repeat myself a lot. Um, but yeah, sorry. Zelda 1, not bad, but still. This game is great for its world. I mean, though it is 8-bit, its world feels big. It feels fun. It feels like you're on an adventure, and I love that. But again, the game has not aged well. The game really has not aged well. And I mean, that's not its fault. It's not the designer's fault. It's just that we have access to so many other Zelda games now that it's almost like, why would I want to go back and play Zelda 1? Um, because it is fun, but it's just, the other games. Uh, Playing Zelda 1, without like a walkthrough and like taking a piece of paper and drawing out your own map instead of using like the game's map. It's so cool mapping it out. You feel like you're an adventure, and it's a really fun game. But I'm just gonna have to put it there. But yeah, so moving on to the next one, Ocarina of Time. I like this game a lot. I think it's a very solid game. Um, I think Hyrule Field is very weak and very very bland. Um, but and there's not a lot of good side quests. I mean, I 100%ed this game, and I never really felt like I wanted to keep going for that 100%. I almost was doing it just so I could get the status of, oh, I 100%ed this game. Um, but I think that the dungeon designs are amazing. The bosses are amazing. I think it's a very, very good game, and it can be challenging at points, especially if you're on like master mode or is that Master Quest? Yeah, that's what it's called. And everything's reversed and some things are changed. It's good. I really enjoy this game. But I'm not like gonna put it in the I love this tier because I didn't have that push to keep exploring and getting that 100%, like I did in Majora's Mask and like I did in Breath of the Wild. I didn't 100% Breath of the Wild. I don't know if I can. The Korok seeds is just so much. But I mean, like I was pushed to. I felt like I wanted to explore the world of Breath of the Wild, where in Ocarina of Time, it's not necessarily that I don't want to. There isn't like a whole lot of world to explore in Ocarina of Time. It's more I didn't feel like I wanted to do 100% the game. I didn't feel like I wanted to keep going with the game. Um, but the story is pretty good. I mean, it's not like amazing like people say. And the final boss is way overrated. Come on, guys, you got it's not that cool. I sure Pig Ganon with the two swords. It's neat. Definitely not the coolest final boss fight. But it's I just had to get that out there. But it is a really good game. I enjoy this. I ramble and repeat myself a lot. I'm sorry. Oracle of Ages and Seasons are both gonna go middle of the road. I don't want to talk too much on these games. I played them both once a while back. So I don't really want to have any like opinions on them because I feel like I'll be judging them unfairly almost. Like all of these games here, except for like this one, I've played multiple times, except for Ages and Seasons. Um, but I think they are fun. It's just middle of the road for me because I haven't played them enough. Maybe I'll go through and give them another playthrough. Um, yeah, that actually sounds like a fun time, fun way to spend some days. Um, Phantom Hourglass, you all know, it's just not good. This was my second Zelda game I ever played. I got it on DS because I would watch my dad play Twilight Princess down here. I would watch my dad play Twilight Princess, and I would play Twilight Princess. And I would be like, I really want this. I really want more of this. And we were at the store, and I got Phantom Hourglass, and I picked it up. And as a kid, I was extremely confused by it, and I really didn't like it. I didn't like playing it. I didn't think it was that fun. And then I grew up and I played it through, beat it, sold it. This is the only Zelda game I've ever sold. Um, I really, really do not enjoy this game. I think some things about it are fun, but the Temple of the Ocean is just horrible. Um, the whole boat stuff is fun. The bosses are neat. The dungeons are just kind of lazy. And really easy, especially with the whole map that you get you can draw on. I mean, that goes for Spirit Tracks as well. We'll get to that. Dude, this Minecraft soundtrack is kicking, dude. Oh, 60. Oh, you know it. Where was that? Oh, yeah. But, I just really don't enjoy this game. So, I apologize to the two fans out there for Minecraft. Maybe I'll give it another playthrough. Maybe I'll buy it on the Wii U eShop and play through it again. But comment down below if I should do that. Although I don't have many people that will comment down below. So, whatever. Skyward Sword. If you know me in person, you know my love for this game. I absolutely adore Skyward Sword. For the longest time, it was my favorite Zelda game. It has since then moved down, obviously. But it is still such a phenomenal game for me. It's got a great story. To me, it has a great overworld, although some people might debate that. I just really like flying through the sky, even if there's not too much in the sky. There are a few islands that are really cool, where you can get like, you know, the heart containers and stuff like that. But I just really love the sky and being able to fly through it. It feels just like the ocean in Wind Waker to me. And I absolutely adore just going around. I think it's so much fun. Um, and on top of that, the bosses, the dungeons are amazing. I mean, everybody, all the top 10 lists you'll see of like the best Zelda dungeons, they're all gonna have Ancient Cistern at like number 2 or 1. Ancient Cistern is such an amazing dungeon, along with basically all of the other ones in the game. They're a lot of fun. I mean, they made the water temple fun in this game. Like, it's wild. It's just so good. And the motion controls, I think, make for some of the best Zelda combat. Although, I know a lot of people are about to come at my throat about that. I think that it is some of the best Zelda combat in all in the whole series because um, the motion control leads to such unique situations. Although it can be a bit finicky, I will admit that. I never really had too many problems with it, but I know that for some people they were a bit finicky. Um, but the motion controls, it like allows you to do so much, um, and it's a lot of fun. It leads to really unique combat, as I've said before. Um, but yeah, I absolutely love Skyward Sword. Um, yeah. So Spirit Tracks here. Spirit Tracks is a very solid game. It's gonna move up in my rankings. I think it's gonna move up to I love this. I played this game a while back for my friend. Thank you, friend, if you're watching. Yeah, yeah, wink, 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 wink. But I borrowed this a long time ago. I don't even remember what grade it was, but I borrowed it and I played it and I really liked it. But I had not forgotten about it, but I'd forgotten a lot about the game. And I noticed I had some money on my eShop for the Wii U. So I went and I bought Spirit Tracks. And right now, I've been playing through it. I've been playing through Spirit Tracks and Twilight Princess again, um, concurrently. Although the Twilight Princess one doesn't matter. And I've been absolutely loving my time with Spirit Tracks, and I can feel that by the end of it, it's probably going to be moving up to the I love this tier. But for now, it's going to be in the very same game. Uh, but it's so fun. I mean, I might do a full video on Spirit Tracks. I can't record it, but I could get other people's videos and ask them for permission. I'll do. You know what? I'll do that. I'll make a full video on Spirit Tracks once I'm done with it, and then I'll say what my improvement. Well, if it improved or deproved. But yeah, I'll keep it there. Minish Cap. For me, very middle of the road. I think it's cute. I think it's fun, but it's middle of the road for me. I've played through it a few times, and it's enjoyable, but definitely not up here with my favorites. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's Minish Cap. People play this game, people enjoy it, but I feel like it's never at the top of people's rankings. It's still a very fun game. Zelda 2, not bad, but still, I enjoy Zelda 2 a lot, but it doesn't mean it's like a amazingly beautiful game. It is certainly not. It is, it's unique. Um, it's in the not bad, but still, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 right next to each other there, as it should be. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say. If you know Zelda, you know about Zelda 2 and the big, uh, basically shit show that it is. But it's fun, to say the least, I guess. Um, Now I took Zelda 2 over there because I want to save some time to talk about these two. Uh, Now these two, oh man, Wind Waker. For me, masterpiece. Um, it can't go anywhere else for me. I mean, it could go in I love this, but Wind Waker is amazing. Uh, the sea overworld is so fun. It's populated with islands everywhere. The whole like lore of all these islands being the tops of like mountains that are from the flooded Hyrule and all that. It's so cool. Um, Riding on the boat's cool. You got a lot of cool items. The dungeons are fun. The bosses are fun. Although there's only a few of them. There's only a few dungeons. There's only a few bosses. But the ones that are there are really strong and they're really good. The game tells a really cool story, and it's just cute. It's fun, and it was what people wanted at the time. People did not like it. But looking back at it now, this game is so wonderful, and there's just so many side quests to do. The whole like Triforce Shard stuff, I think is fun actually. Although I only played the Wii U version. I know that the GameCube version was hell with that, but um, still, I really just enjoy this game from top to bottom. Everything about it. It's always an enjoyable game, and it's the cutest Zelda game. It's got the cutest Link. You know, Toon Link is obviously adorable, but specifically in Wind Waker HD, the facial expressions, everything about this Link is wonderful. Um, the cell shading is beautiful, and yeah, I wish I could go more in depth on this, but I don't want to spend too much time on this video. I guess too much more time because I have been talking for a while. And then here we go, Twilight Princess, masterpiece for me. This game is supreme. This is my favorite Zelda game ever. Um, actually, let me rank these in order here. I think yeah, like that. Yeah. So this is like song. This is my favorite Zelda game, second favorite, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I don't have to make like one of those top whatever videos, but this is basically, these are my favorite Zelda games. You notice a lot of them are 3D games. I love the 3D Zeldas. I think most people do. I mean, but I do have 2D here, 2D here, 2D here. But yeah, Twilight Princess. I think that this game has, in my opinion, the best story of all the Zelda games. It has a semi-annoying tutorial that I just, again, I'm playing through Twilight Princess again, and I just played through it, and I always remembered it being, I mean, I played through this game earlier this year, even, um, but I always remembered the tutorial being, like, really long, and I think every time I play through the game, I'm always expecting it to be really long, but it's not a long tutorial at all. Takes me around, like, an hour and a half, to do it, which, I mean, that sounds like a long time, and it is long. And the dialogue there is like, it's like I've beaten this game, but the ability to skip cutscenes and just the aesthetic of the game really keeps you pushing forward to it. The music in this game is beautiful, and the dungeons, oh my gosh, these are the best Zelda dungeons in my opinion. And there was a what is it, Game Maker's Toolkit. He's a dude on YouTube. He made a video on the Twilight Princess dungeons, and they do follow a very similar format where you go up into a place, you go left, you go right, then you go up, and then you're done with the dungeon. It's that kind of format for like most of these dungeons, but I don't think that's a bad thing in Twilight Princess. They were able to nail down that formula and make it beautiful. And I honestly don't even believe that the like format, I guess, of these dungeons are what Twilight Princess excels in. It excels in the atmosphere of them and the uniqueness of the items that you get in these dungeons and how the temples use them. I mean, even in the very linear Temple of Time, it's really cool because you go forward through the whole thing, um, and then you get to the end of it, and you have to fight this Dark Knight, and you beat him. You get the Dominion Rod, and then you go backwards through the whole thing. And though it is linear, it's really cool having to go from one perspective, and then just turn it around, and then you're going the other way. Um, and there are just so many cool things in all these dungeons, and so many really neat use of items, like the magnetic walls of the Goron mines with the iron boots, um, the spinner in Arbiter's Grounds, and all the really cool like Beyblade skateboarding stuff you do. The Okay, my mind's blanking. The double claw shot and how you're basically Spider-Man. The regular claw shot in Lake Bed Temple. Um, in the Farron Woods when you get the Gale Boomerang and being able to do a bunch of really cool stuff with the Gale Boomerang. Oh, and not even to mention like the mansion. Oh my gosh, Snow Peak, and you get the ball and chain, and it's just everything about this game is cool. Even in the slower story parts, every time I play this game, I'm always invested in some way in the story. Um, and I love the world, and although Hyrule Field is a bit bland, um, the I think the heart containers and the golden bugs scattered around help make it feel less empty, but it is pretty empty. Um, but to me, the fact that the dungeons are as good as they are, and the bosses are as good as they are, and that Hyrule Field is not like bad, but it's not amazing. It's just it's good. But Hyrule Field is also really big. Whatever. What I'm basically trying to say is this is my favorite Zelda game. And I don't think anything will ever change that. I don't know. Maybe if they make a new Zelda game for the Switch that is not Breath of the Wild like. I mean, Breath of the Wild's really good and all, but don't get me wrong. But I want like a traditional Zelda game. Who knows? Maybe something will take the spotlight of Twilight Princess. But for me personally, Twilight Princess is the best. And the showdown at the end with Ganondorf, beautiful. Yes, amazing. But yeah, this is my Zelda tier list here. Again, just my opinions. If you disagree, please leave a rampant hate comment below using various uh, homophobic racial slurs um, in order to tell me what your opinion is, or tell me what you think about these games and what you would rank with them, what you would do with them. Um, I probably repeated myself a lot. I apologize. I'm just very passionate about these games, but also I'm really bad at articulating my words without like writing a script beforehand, and this is completely unscripted as all my other videos are. So it's probably gonna not be as good as my other videos, if my other videos are of any quality at all. But whatever. This is going to end my Zelda tier list. Um, yeah. Hope you guys have a good day. Did the Minecraft? Dude, oh my god, it ended, my dude. Look at this. Wild stuff. It's like 30 minutes worth of tearing. Yeah, let's go. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it won't be as delayed as 11 months. Dang, that's nearly a year, obviously. But, yeah, this is wild. But yeah, I'll be back. I swear.